Hi, everybody. This is Lee Solden. I'm going to do a continuing lecture on teaching Dutch. Um, this is live at uh, World Languages Facebook page. Um, Today is Thursday, August 6th. It's about 5:07 p.m. I'm trying to do this lecture every day at 5 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. Um, I teach, and I should say I'm learning 12 different languages, and I teach them all. And those are Greek, Italian, Dutch, French, Spanish, German, Russian, Korean, Hindi, Mandarin, mainstream Arabic, and Brazilian Portuguese. Starting a series as of yesterday, trying to teach people Dutch. And I'm hoping to get a lot of interest. Don't know how much I got so far, but I'm going to keep trying in case there's somebody out there who's listening, trying to learn Dutch from me. And maybe you haven't posted, but I would like people to post and let me know that you're out there. Um, Also, I hope that people go watch the video that Slash Depover made. I didn't put the link in what I just did just now, but if you look for my post from, I believe, yesterday, um, I did put a link to the post, excuse me, to the YouTube video that I'm teaching from. It's a 7-minute long video, and I'm trying to get people to do the first step in learning Dutch, which is to start listening to that video. Today, I'm going to go over how to do ear tuning, although a lot of you are not ready for it, but I put the ear tuning syllables in a post just now. It's under world languages, but I identify myself as Lee Solden in that. I'm a guest editor here at this page. Um, so the ear tuning syllables are there. Also, I wrote a transcript that goes with those ear tuning syllables. It's not the transcript that I want you to focus on, okay? What I want you to focus on is the sounds being made by the speaker, okay? And when you do ear tuning, all you care about is getting a good ear for Dutch. Uh, what these words mean exactly, they can come later. Now I'm going to start, again, I'm going to start telling you what these Dutch words mean in this little bit, but I don't want you to, try to memorize the words. The words are not important right now. They are there for you when it's time for that. What's important right now is that you concentrate 100% on what sounds is this guy making. Okay, again, Slash Depover. He said something here, and what did he say? And not the meaning of it, but exactly what did he say, syllable by syllable, sound wise. What did everything sound like? Okay. Now, normally I have any of my students, I have them listen to the language for 21 hours first, in most cases. Now, someone's been studying Spanish a long time and has been listening to a lot of Spanish already, and they can start ear tuning, okay? But if you're just starting Spanish, I'm going to have you listen to it for 21 hours, get your ear conditioned to it, let your speech center get used to hearing the Spanish before I start having you do the ear tuning, okay? But there may be a lot of you out there who've been trying to learn Dutch or German even. Hey, if you use these ear tuning syllables and learn how to pick up this guy's accent, you're gonna hear German better. If you're having trouble hearing German, having trouble talking German, if you tune into Dutch, which is a similar accent, it may help you with your German. Just so Even though I normally have a person wait 21 hours, I mean, listen to this audio in Dutch for 21 hours before I even start telling them how to do ear tuning. Um, I'm going to go ahead and start talking about the ear tuning exercises today. But first, again, the main subject of the day is passive listening. What is passive listening? Passive listening means you're pretending that you grew up, or you are growing up right now. You're a child in, say, in the Netherlands. Okay, you used to call it Holland when I was a kid. Okay, so you're growing up in the Netherlands, and everybody around you is speaking Dutch, and you're not paying any attention to it. You're playing if you're building blocks, or maybe you have a toy truck, or who knows what you're doing, but you're not paying attention to all these conversations going on around you. Yet you are surrounded by the Dutch language. Okay, so I want you to parallel that by start playing Dutch. Example, watch your favorite TV program, not in Dutch, mind you, in your native language. And while you're doing that, you have the Dutch playing, not very loud, loud enough so if you put all your ear toward it and really tried, you could tell that Dutch was playing. But it does not have to be very loud. I just want some Dutch to get into your ear, and I want you to get into a permanent habit of listening to Dutch. It's not going to just help you with your ear tuning issues later on. It's going to help you pick up the language, because what I want you to keep listening to over and over again is the very same audio that I'm teaching you. And I always tell people, hey, half the time be looping, playing over and over the video that I'm trying to teach you. The other half of your passive listening, I don't care what you listen to, okay? Also, if you want to do active listening, maybe you know German already, so you feel that you can right away be listening to a program in Dutch and see what you can pick up. Hey, that's great. But I still want you, no matter how much active listening you do, I want you to do passive listening. And here's why. I don't believe it should take anybody time to learn a language. Okay. And one of the biggest time savers is to get in the habit of doing the passive listening. So even if you are a German speaker and you've listened for 3 hours of Dutch, hey, still spend 3 hours ignoring it. In other words, have it play in the room while you're studying something else, while you're I don't know, playing the piano for the heck of it, um, or listen to your favorite music. Have the Dutch playing. So I want you to understand the power of that passive listening, reinforcing any vocabulary you pick up from me by doing read throughs, which is the third step of my program. Okay, so back up a little bit. My program has 3 steps. It's a type of natural language acquisition, which I came upon on my own, mostly by accident. Later on, I discovered by studying the subject that what I had found is a form of natural language acquisition. But that fact never changed anything that I was doing, because I had spent months trying to improve what I was doing. And bottom line is, I couldn't find a way to improve it. And when I went on to start studying what natural language acquisition was and seeing what else was out there in the world, nothing affected my system. But anyway, so the first thing in my program, accelerated immersion, is to start listening passively to the language and many hours a day. The second part is you start doing ear tuning exercises. And I'm going to give you all the directions for ear tuning specifically for this video that I have posted. Okay. After this video is over, I'm going to go take that link and post it again to this video. Okay. And again, it's already on the world languages page in an earlier post of mine. Okay, look for a world languages post. It says this is Lee Solden. Okay. Okay. Third step of my program is you start doing read-throughs. Read-throughs is not studying. Read-throughs is looking at some notes to see what a sentence in Dutch means, followed by listening to the Dutch, and you let your speech center do the rest. You don't listen to it so many times that it's like a drill and you do over and over and over again until you know it. No, just got a few times listening to the Dutch while reading it, a few times just listening to it with your eyes closed, and then you go on to the next sentence. You look over the notes for that second sentence, and then listen to it while reading a few times. Just listen a few times, etc., etc. Eventually, you go back to the first sentence and do that again. So you're going to go through this audiobook several times. You'll be learning new audiobooks at the same time. So I have people divide their read-through time between getting introduced to new material and going back and redoing the older material. Now, again, I tell you, this is not studying. After you have your first day of learning Dutch from me, well, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not trying to teach you Dutch today. I mean, you're going to learn some Dutch if you do the read-throughs, but not today. Today is not important. What's important is what's in your permanent memory tomorrow morning when you wake up. So I'm going to introduce you to a Dutch sentence, tell you what it means and why, telling you what the vocabulary means. And I'm going to do some of that today, by the way. So again, it's not important, but it's going to be there. You can watch it again when you're ready to learn the Dutch, which is after you hear it correctly. You can come back to this video and understand what the Dutch means and why it means what it means. Okay, so we're gonna do some read throughs today, and okay. With that said, again, my name is Lee Solden, and this is live at the World Languages page on Facebook. I'm trying to teach you Dutch with the help of a Dutch speaker named Slash Depover. Okay, and Juancho Garces is somebody from this page who set me up as a guest editor. Thank you, Juancho. Want to say thanks to him. And let me see, in case my one language partner is listening, hey, hope you're getting better. Let me see. Okay, so I've given you my spiel about passive listening. Okay, it does a lot for you. You keep doing the ear tuning, you keep doing the passive listening, you keep getting toward a native ear for Dutch. Same time, every time you pick up more Dutch, that helps reinforce it by hearing it in the background. Okay, your speech center works 20 times faster than you as far as thinking. Your conscious mind thinks a certain speed. Your subconscious mind goes 20 times faster, and your speech center is part of that. Okay, so back to okay. I got off topic here. When you do your read throughs, after I've told you what a Dutch sentence means and why, I've told you all the definitions. I've told you any phrases, etc. So you know what the sentence means. Okay. Now you're going to hear it while reading it, and you might get it, maybe because you're reading it, maybe not. Doesn't matter. You're going to kind of get it, maybe. Who knows? But then you just listen to it. Well, even though you've been doing the ear tuning exercises, you have a pretty good ear for Dutch, and just because I just told you what the sentence means, you still probably don't understand that Dutch as you're hearing it. Not in the first day, but what happens is you go to sleep, your speech center works on it, builds paradigms for you so that you can understand what you were trying to understand the previous day. When you wake up, you're going to know more Dutch. When you go to do the same exercises, when you go to do the specifically to do the read throughs, it's going to seem more natural to you when you hear the Dutch, and you're going to start actually going, oh, I kind of understand this. And each day you wake up more and more Dutch, and you're going to revisit that first sentence several times over the month. And eventually, when you hear the Dutch, you're going to understand it exactly as it's being said without really thinking about it. It's going to be natural. You're just going to know what it means, okay? And this system starts out a bit slow, but that's because any child, this is a natural language acquisition. Well, kids don't learn their language all at once. They learn a few words and a few more words, and they start, as they know more and more words, then new words are inside of a sentence of a bunch of known words. So now the new word is picked up faster by the speech center, mind you. And with my system, it may start out slowly, but as you're learning from me with the system, you understand all this stuff by ear. So when you're looping it, that same stuff you're learning, it keeps getting reinforced. You keep knowing it more and more. And what happens is it accelerates as you learn more and more words. Pretty soon, any new words are in within known words, and you start understanding a lot more of the Dutch that you're playing. You were just ignoring. Now your attention is going to start getting drawn to it. That's okay. I tell people try to keep your mind off of it. Read a book or whatever. But once you understand it, your ears going to get drawn toward it, and that's okay. What I don't want you to do is sit there and take your time with the Dutch. So I want you to be, studying a different subject, enjoying a TV program. Let the Dutch play. Yeah, if you hear it, it draws your attention for a moment. That's okay, but I want you to keep a relaxed mind because a relaxed mind works better for picking up a language. So I want it just there, coming into your ear, into your speech center, and someday when you're really good at Dutch, you can listen to like a half hour Dutch, and then I'm going to tell you, hey, that's how you can do your read through. You're going to listen to a half hour solid of Dutch, understand it all, maybe if you get that far. We're not talking that far either, mind you. It does not take that long to pick a language up like this to where you start understanding it when you're hearing it, even if it's the first time you ever heard it. Um, Obviously, content matters. If there's words, if it's a new subject you've never don't know, a lot of words you don't know, you're not going to pick it up. But if it's within your realm of vocabulary, similar vocabulary to the earlier audiobooks you've already learned, you'll get to the point where uh, you just one day you'll be listening to something in Dutch and going, oh, oh, I understand it. Oh, it's pretty exciting when that you get to that point. And I've been to that point with several languages, including Dutch. Um, so it's always a lot of fun. Okay, I am going to read the the transcript from the video posted by my friend Slash Depover over on YouTube, for which again I gave the link, and I'll give the link again, attach it to this post for the video later. It says, Goeiedag, beste kijkers. Ik maak dit filmpje om Lee te helpen. Hij heeft me dat gevraagd omdat hij jullie, daarmee bedoel ik dus mensen die graag Nederlands willen leren, tegenmoet wil komen, juiste materialen om het beter te leren. Excuse me. Okay. So tegenmoet wil komen met de juiste materialen om het beter te leren. Okay. That's what he's saying. Okay. And, well, I'm not going to tell you what that means at the moment, but that's put there so that if you want to Google it into your own language, you'll know what he's saying. Now, my friend has posted another, I think he did today, another YouTube video, or it's about to, where he's telling you in English what he said in Dutch the day before. Now, so that's just there again for you to Google it. You can see what that first couple of sentences are that this guy said in Dutch, okay? Now, below that, what I posted is the ear tuning syllables. And again, I recommend that people spend 21 hours just listening to Dutch before they try the ear tuning syllables. However, you can certainly try them today. If you want, they are there. All you need to do is go to that YouTube video and try to follow these ear tuning syllables. Now, you might say, well, what are these? Well, okay, there's a key attached. It tells you that a double O is oo as in boot, okay, etc. This is written for English